Hi crafters, it's Karen, and I have a design team project for Shabbylishious Zibbit shop. That's Lily Lineker's shop, and I have to apologize because I should have had this project posted the other day, but I've had my granddaughter the past couple of days, and everything is that much harder with the little one around. So I don't have her today, so I'm trying to get a lot of my videos and different things caught up. So at any rate, let me share my project. I created a mixed media layout, and I used my the DCWV collage art paper stack, and I found this at Michael's, and I am so glad I picked it up. I have been having the best time playing with this collection. So it just makes your mixed media projects so much, I guess, easier. It's very inspiring. Look at that. It's just beautiful paper, and the quality of DCWV is just terrific. So I highly recommend it. So that's what I use for my layout. And here's my layout, and of course it's a layout of Alyssa, my granddaughter. I had taken her out in the yard, and she had found a seashell, and she picked it up, and it fit so perfectly in her little hand, it just tickled her. So, and she spent the next few minutes talking to that seashell. So anyway, I chose my paper, I distressed all the edges with my Prima tool, and then I put score tape on the back of it so that I could adhere it to a lightweight piece of chipboard, this white piece here, so that my paper wouldn't warp and everything as I used the different mediums. Before I adhered my paper to the chipboard, I used a couple of my border punches around the edges after I had distressed the edges, just for some added fun and interest. Like you could see here, I don't know if you can see there, but if you can see there on this large circle border punch here, then this like lace one, that's a Martha Stewart one, I believe, and then up there in the corner. So I just, randomly, just to added interest. And then let's see, and then I went over the whole page with a very light coat of gesso so that my paper would accept my sprays and different mediums that I was going to be using. So I did that, and then I used the stencil that I used. Oh wait, sorry. First thing I did was create a background, which, of course, it's a lot of it has been covered up at this point. But I did take strips of this vintage Norwegian book paper that Lily had sent me, and I just tore it into strips. And I did ink the edges with vintage photo, and I randomly put strips across here because I really wanted that text, on the page. And then I took another sheet, a scrap that I had from the page, and I tore it in strips, just like this, and added that in with the text pages. So you can see hints of the paper that I'm talking about and the vintage book paper in there. But as a whole, it has just gone into the background. So anyway, that's what I did. And then I went over it with a little bit more gesso. I adhered that with my gel medium. Then I went over it with more lightweight gesso. I'm sorry, a light coat of gesso. And then I used this stencil from Prima. And I used this because of the baby's her little gingham outfit there, and gingham is like little tiny squares, so I wanted to accentuate that. So I used this stencil, which has the little squares, and it just worked out really well. You could see it all over. I was going to mix it up and do a couple different ones, but I thought this one really complemented the layout, so I just stuck with this one stencil. I took this beautiful trim of Lily's, and I adhered it. Isn't this pretty with the hearts? Except I adhered it this way, like that. And I just adhered a strip along the bottom here so that you could see the lace. And I adhered it with my Mod Podge. because I really wanted that lacy kind of background as well. And then my photos are actually sitting on a piece of corrugated cardboard, if you could see that there. So to prepare that cardboard, I adhered some of Lily's laces on the back of it, so that when I set it on the layout, it would look like these were behind it, you see. So I adhered these trims behind. I just wanted it to look like the photos were sitting on a bed of laces, you know, with the corrugated cardboard in the background. So I thought that came out really sweet. I tore the little photo mats and inked them with walnut stain distress ink, and I also went over the pictures because I had to cut them down a little bit. So I also went over the pictures with a border punch just for added interest, and I thought that was cute. So this particular one is up on Pop Dots. So I did that. The different sprays that I used that worked real well with my photo come from the new, I think it's the Lemore Weber collection. Anyway, it's the Merci Beaucoup Mint. It's the Bonjour Butter, and also the Chateau Rose. And these are all from the, I think it's called Très Chic Lindy Stamping collection. And I also used the Danny Zico denim to get a deeper color blue because of the blue in her dress. So those are the colors that I played around with. And I also used this Prima stamp with my brown ink as an accent. So then I started to arrange my flowers. I used this beautiful lace, which is the same lace as this, and I fashioned a really quick bow just to put a flower cluster around. And I added all these different random flowers from my stash. Some of these flowers I did create using the new Fisker's Punch, which I picked up at Joann's, and it's just a lot of fun to play with. So I did create a few of these flowers here. And the rest are like recollections and just, you know, random flowers. And then I had a good time situating some of the doodads from Lily's shop, like this little yellow hibiscus type flower. And this one here is also from Lily's shop. I had taken some of the metals that she had given me, and this is a little metal piece here, and I painted it white. I painted this piece here white as well. And I just kind of slipped it in just for added, I don't know if you could see that, sorry. Just for added interest. And there's another little piece of her metal right there, coming out there. And I just thought it looked really sweet. Here is one of the, it's like a fabric covered wood veneer. This one is a fan, and I just thought the colors really worked well with the layout. And also the bird here is from Lily's shop. It's a wood veneer, and it feels like it has fabric on it, but it was beautifully shabby chic. And then up here in the corner, I took one of these resin frames that she had sent me, and I laid it on some cheesecloth. And I took the pink butterfly, metal butterfly that she had sent, and placed it in the middle of the frame, and I just thought that looked really sweet. And I went around the frame with a variety of flowers from my stash. I wanted it to look eclectic, like, you know, not all the flowers were the same, just, you know, a bunch of different flowers scattered about. So, and this particular one I made with the punch that I just shared with you. And then just other, along with these butterflies, I used the punch, Fisker's Punch, to, this new Fisker's Punch to create those butterflies as well. So this particular flower here is from Lily's shop, really pretty. This one was a peach color, but I sprayed it with the mint Lindy Stamp Gang so that it would work better with the layout. This is a cutout from the paper collection, this little bird here. The title is Happy Smiles, and those are words that I cut from the collection, or from one of the papers in the stack. I just thought it came out really sweet. I love doing these layouts of Alyssa because I get to use all the girly things, colors and things. So let me share some more of the detail. Whoops, sorry. So that's my layout using a lot of the goodies that from Lily's shop. You know, just because they're beautiful laces and trims doesn't mean you can't use them in your scrapbooking. I think it gives such a sweet look. So at any rate, check out Shabbylishious. The link is below, and check out Lily's YouTube channel as well, so you can be up to date as to the new additions to her shop. And she's also very inspiring. So thanks so much for watching, and I'm sure I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye now.